You just said there that Shane Warne was there at Rajasthan when you walked into that dressing room. Was there ever a part of you that just had to pinch yourself going, I'm actually talking. I'm now mates. I'm in the net with the greatest bowler of all time.
Actually, I felt that straight away when I walked. He's got that personality about him. I always watched him on TV as a kid, but I never knew how to talk to him. So when I went and had a chat with him, I couldn't believe that actually I was talking face to face to him and about cricket as well. And not only about cricket, he asked me what I liked, whether I went to the bar, stuff like that. So, and I was like, no, damn, I can't believe I'm actually sitting there. And then I had to play him in the nets. And, it took me even though he tossed a few up, I just had the respect where I said, listen, I'm not going to take him on this first 6 balls. I'm just going to play it on the ground because I couldn't believe he was actually bowling at me that time.
See, that's amazing. A lot of people will be amazed to hear that when you go into the nets, you're trying to impress him first and foremost, aren't you? Show how good a player you are. But there's still that bit inside you saying, this is Shane Warne. I have to respect him. I don't want to come across as arrogant or full of, a lack of, respect for him. And so I'm going to actually be sensible and block him. That's incredible.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, it just took me at least 10 balls to kind of, start to breathe easy and, try and hit the ball hard at least. I was just looking to cut him and fine sweep him and stuff like that. I didn't even want to use my feet to him because I'd seen all the videos of him bowling and I was just afraid to even step out.
But I have to say, I remember there was one...
Go on.
No, sorry, Swanee, just to add on to that, the experience when you talk about youngsters in a dressing room, when you meet your heroes and you meet these iconic players. I remember one incident where he got a dressing down from Warne, and it was not the way that we give dressing downs in India. And it in a way kind of shook him to the core. And I think that was one of the few seasons or moments that kind of transformed Stuart as a player, because it kind of got him ready to, the international arena is going to be rough. And I saw a mental switch in Stuart after that. So experiencing or, being talked to in a certain manner, I think from players like Shane Warne, who've just done just about everything, really made Stu grow up very fast. And that's when it mentally grew up really fast and said, okay, international cricket's going to be rough, it's going to be tough, it's going to be dirty at times. And I saw that switch in him.
Well, I think that's one of the main reasons the IPL has made India a better cricket team, because I always find that whenever I'm in India, the difference between England and India is a politeness. In India, people beat around the bush a lot and they say nice things. And even if there's an air of someone's not happy, but it won't be very direct. In an English change room, or especially an Australian change room, it's in no uncertain terms. You get it ripped out of you, don't you? And that's what that sounds. So it makes people grow up from a sporting point of view, I think. Makes them sort of take ownership. And I think India have gone from strength to strength because of little things like that have been added to how good their cricketers were. I don't know if you'd agree with that, Stuart.
Absolutely. I mean, it wasn't that I had, played that badly where I lost a match or something. I misfielded a couple of times and he could see it on my face that I was under the pump. And in between overs, he walked past me and he said something to me which actually made me worse, and then the next ball got hit again to me and then I misfielded again. And I happened to pick up the ball after that and threw it at the stumps. And he was not backing up at that point, where he should have been backing up actually, but was having a go at me. So it made things worse. And it was all chaos. And then Dravid's like, don't worry, it's fine. And I just walked away, And then, but after the game, I realized how crucial those moments are in a game, that I had to be switched on, because I was still playing my probably 5th match in the IPL, and when you play in front of big crowds and you're not really used to it, you're not mentally switched on. Your mental state is all over the place. Crowds and who's there, and I was looking at Watson, how he was walking, stuff like that. Till he said, listen, I need you to be switched on. If you can't, please leave. So then from then I knew onwards that I had a job to do for that 90 minutes out there.
I bet he didn't say, if you can't switch on, please leave, in those lovely words. I can guarantee he didn't say no.
Not even close to that.